There was a universal aspect to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He couldn't start universally because we were so much in need psychologically of someone to address the state of mind that the oppression of children and women ruling us had put us in. He had to start with the condition of our people where they were. They were not ready in 1930 to embrace the whole world when the whole world had dumped on us as a toilet. We were not prepared to accept that at that time. He had to make us first fall in love with ourselves. What a skillful teacher. Naturally, the Islamic world didn't agree with his methodology, but he told them, "You don't have my mission." What was his mission? It was to raise us up from the condition that children who were our oppressors and women that ruled us had put us in as men, and they had put her in as a woman. That's not an easy job. That's a difficult assignment. But look how wonderfully he did it. I thank Allah so much for the day that I met this man. But as he was coming closer to his time to leave us, he said things that hinted of a desire for us, as was in the masthead of Muhammad Speaks, to reach across the Atlantic and embrace our Muslim world, now numbering 1.6 billion people. But he had to prepare us to meet with them not as an inferior, but as an equal, and that we should not compromise. Now, I want you to listen to me. Please listen. Please listen. Please, please. When scholars from the East would visit him, they would say, "But Mr. Muhammad, you're not teaching them Salat." He said, "No, but they will learn it." He said, "Be patient." What a wonderful word. I'm resurrecting an entire people. You be patient. Don't worry. You all didn't get into prayer the first day you heard the prophet. And you all didn't pray 5 times a day when you met the prophet. And prayer did not have this form. It evolved. And some of you were praying drunk. And the prophet had to get you out of your drunkenness when you went to prayer. This was a process. And if you were living with the prophet, you would understand the process that he had to go through to make a nation out of savages. we live with Elijah Muhammad. It was a process that he was bringing us through. I thank him for the way he handled us. I thank him for the degree by degree approach. His son, Imam Warithuddin Muhammad, was a beautiful man that I grew up with. I knew him to be a spiritual man who didn't agree with the racial aspect of his father's teaching. That wasn't new. He didn't agree with it when he was a young man growing up. Because when you study the Quran, you can't agree with a racial attachment. But he didn't have his father's assignment. And he was not qualified to judge his father. None of you are. Imam Warithuddin was trying to bring us closer to the deen, the faith, as understood by what is called the Orthodox Muslim world. I thank him for that bold effort. But I knew at a certain point that our people still needed some of that which Elijah Muhammad was teaching. You became more orthodox, but you lost your discipline. The esprit de corps that we had as his followers, we lost it all. We were the strongest, boldest black people in America and in the world. When we were on the scene, the gangs bowed to the FOI. Talk back to me. They don't bow anymore.